Hey guys, I want to show you really quickly how to create your own Google Docs. I have two pictures of me going, that's great. Anyway, okay, maybe it's working now. So go into your Gmail. And where my video is in the way. Put me away. Am I still recording? Yep. Okay. All right. So we go back up here. We go to the waffle like we had before. We're going to go to Docs. You want to make your own doc. So you're going to create a blank one. Okay. And then I would just, you can go ahead and title this as final draft, and then put your name. Okay, so like, it really helps me when you put that in the title. And then you can go ahead and start drafting. So today what I want you to do is to put in the prompt you've chosen, a draft of your thesis statement, and then 5 quotes with page numbers. Okay, so when we go over to the prompts and look, you've got lots of options here, and of course you're not going to be pulling quotes from every chapter. You're just going to be pulling quotes from probably like 4 or 5 places. Sometimes it might even be in the same chapter. Probably the most popular prompt that my students did when I taught this to my 9th graders was the PTSD one. So I'm going to use that as my example, and especially for PTSD, for that thesis, I would just kind of turn the prompt on its head and say, though O'Brien never specifically mentions PTSD by name, it is clear that. And what I want you to do is pick at least 4, but probably to be smart and make sure that you're going to have 4 full pages, I would go with 5 characters suffer from it. So I would say Tim himself would be one, although I might save him for last. So let's say it is clear that Rat Kylie, if you read Nightlife, he goes really crazy. That's a good example. Rat Kylie, Lee Strunk. Didn't Strunk break his own nose because of Jensen? I think that's right. Lee Strunk, Marianne, Bell, right? Maybe. Lieutenant Jimmy Cross, and Tim himself. Well, we don't know that it's Tim. All suffer from the disorder. Okay. The reason that I want your thesis statement to be like that is the end should tell me what those body paragraphs are going to be about. So I know now that what have I done? That each body paragraph is going to cover one of these characters. Okay. Now your job is going to be to go and find 5 quotes, one for each of those characters that you're going to go through in the body paragraphs, that shows how they have PTSD. Now, clearly you're going to have to use some indirect characterization. You're going to have to, pull out things that they say or do that suggest they have PTSD. So I also suggest doing a general Google search for PTSD symptoms, and use that. Symptoms of PTSD. Use that when you're making your argument, difficulty sleeping, etc., etc. so that you can make that argument as to why those characters might have PTSD. Now, you could choose other ones, like, for example, war is a highly planned and cooperative form of theft. I've read some really good essays where the thesis statement was that the war stole innocence from everyone who was there, and then they just chose 5 characters and talked about how the war stole the innocence of those 5 characters specifically. That's fine. Um, my, my favorite essays that I've read are the ones about the women. So you could do a nice thesis statement about the purpose for each of those women, Martha, Marianne, and Linda. Um, And then the other ones, if there are ones that you're thinking about that you're not sure about, just send me a quick email. Also, when you start this draft, go ahead and share it with me and Dr. Ferguson so that we can be giving you some feedback throughout the drafting process. But this is your goal for today, going back in, getting those quotes, choosing a prompt, and having a draft of your thesis. And then tomorrow, I'm going to show you how I want you to write your intro, your body paragraphs, and your conclusion, which should make Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday go really easy, and you should be able to write this entire paper in class as long as you use your time wisely. So email us if you need anything. You got this.